Hello YouTube, and welcome to the Christmas special. So first things first, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And if you're watching this in the new year, congratulations, you survived. Anyhow, so what I'm going to be doing today is, this is going to be my first tag video that I'm actually authoring, and I'm going to tag a few people in it. And the question is quite simple. What is your retro collecting goals for 2015? What do you want to achieve in 2015 collection wise, to increase your collection? What are you looking for? What do you hope to find in the wild for 2015? And now the first things first, I'm tagging two people in this video. The first one is Psycofox. I'm tagging you because I know you're a great guy and I really like to see a bit more of you on camera. And the second person, because he always tags me, is Big G. So you two have been tagged, and you can tag anyone else after you've done your video as well if you want. So let's start off with my collection goals for 2015. Now, as most of you know, I'm a hardware collector more than a software collector. I like collecting hardware, and as such, most of my wish list for 2015 is going to consist of hardware. Some of these are impossible for me to find. Quite simply put, in the wild, they just don't exist here at all. But that's part of the fun. And one of them is actually pretty common internationally and probably locally as well. I just don't find it. So, first things first. The first thing that I want to collect for 2015 and try and get is an Amiga 1000 or 1200. Plus, hopefully, an expansion for it. Now, this is one of those machines that it piqued my curiosity. I found out about it quite late in life. It uses the Motorola 6800 processor, and it's been highly tweaked. And what I love about it and why I want to collect this and what fascinates me so much is that this computer span almost, I think it's more or less, it's almost 2 decades that people have actually still been upgrading it, still running it, still using it on a regular basis, and the community and support for it is huge. So I really do want to get one of those. Basically, as a kid, I ran into Amiga 1000 once with my father visiting my nephew's place, and his exact words at the time was, "Yeah, it's a piece of rubbish. It doesn't run any DOS games. You can't use it for anything modern." That's also what fascinates me, is when someone says something like that, I want to prove the opposite, see what that system is all about. And I've been trying to collect one now for almost 3 years. The problem is mostly cost. They're much loved by their community, and as a result, if especially one of expansions, you can expect to pay 5,000 Rand to 10,000 Rand overseas just to get one of these. So they're very hard to actually find. That's why it's so high up on my list. It's the first thing that comes to mind of what I want to find in 2015. The other thing that I'm really looking forward to finding or trying to find is more PC Engine stuff. I do own a PC Engine clone. It's a very good clone. It's a chip for chip clone. Each chip was cloned individually, so it's exactly the same almost as the original was. And I really want to find more stuff for that. Games especially. The problem is, once again, that it's quite expensive and it was never released locally. Overseas in America, that you notice the TurboGrafx. Now you can get it all converted to convert between the stuff, so it's not impossible to get. It's just going to be very difficult. The next thing on my list is something that I've been dreaming of ever since I actually saw one, and that's like 20 years old. Okay, and that's a PlayStation 2 tool. For those of you that don't know, the PlayStation 2 tool is the software development kit for PlayStation 2. It was released by Sony. It's basically, on the one side, you've got this lovely PlayStation 2 fat machine. On the other, it's an integrated whole bunch of cards and things designed to integrate with the system and designed to actually utilize a program towards the PlayStation side. But you've also got a full computer on the other side of this, and you look at this device from a distance, and it's like a giant, huge PlayStation 2. It's just awesome, and I really want to get one for my collection. It fascinates me, the hardware that's involved with it. The next thing that's been eluding me, and this has its roots deep into my childhood, and I've just got bad luck with it. That there's no excuse. It's this, I really want to get a Sega CD. Well, I can remember when I got my Mega Drive and I was paging through the catalogue, and in there was a Sega CD, and I just looked at this and I thought, what a great idea. The sort of games you get on it, I don't know at the time, and it's more or less the games aren't great, but the technology involved is absolutely amazing, and I really want to get myself a Sega CDX, or I think it's a Sega CDX, yeah, it's Sega CDX, and it's portable. It's a Sega Mega Drive with a Sega CD built into it, and this thing's just beautiful. You look at it, and unlike the big Sega consoles, it's tiny, it's minute, and it's beautiful. It's gorgeous to look at. I really want to get one of those for my collection because that just look amazing. My rack, I can finally even plug in a Mega Drive. I have a Mega Drive permanently connected because it's small enough to do so. So I don't have to disconnect my Mega Drive and reconnect all the time. And now you're probably asking, Sega CD, it's very easy to get. You can get a Mega CD1 or Mega CD2, but the problem is here they don't come for sale, and I've been trying to import. I've imported several of these. Several Sega Mega CDs and Sega CDs, and I don't know what it is or how my luck works out, but to this date I haven't gotten one of these to work. I've just got bad luck. I've had a few of them, and honestly, it's nothing but bad luck. And that's why it's making this list. Next year, I want to get one in my collection, and I'm not going to stop until I get one. And just a bit of an honourable mention. The other thing that I really do want to get as well, but that's impossible to get, is the Sega SKC 1000. Now, for those of you that like collecting Sega things and like the system in general, Sega made an amplifier, a complete sound system with the Sega Saturn built in and karaoke features. They made that. So it's not like the Pioneer Laser Active where they just took a Mega Drive and bought a little attachment which is made by Sega. No, this was the Sega SKC 1000 was made by Sega, and it's an amplifier, a Sega Saturn, full karaoke features, all in one box, and that's just awesome in my opinion, and something that I want in my collection if I ever see one. Only problem is, I'm released in Japan. You can't get them anywhere else. And that brings me to my last thing that I want to get for my collection, and I'm probably not going to see this year or next year or the year after that. And seeing as I was just talking about Sega, this actually does kind of melt in with it, and that is a Sharp X6800. That is, for me, the sexiest 80s computer ever created on this earth. It's just beautiful. It looks like a PlayStation 2 fat machine, but it came out in the 80s. It's all metal, it's huge. It has this weird mechanism where, you know, your floppies, you used to insert your floppies and you've got this latch that you have to latch manually. This was more like a CD, you know, those slot loading CD trays. You stick them in and it goes in and it latches it for you. And absolutely brilliant machine, but it's not the looks or anything like that gets me so excited about this. It's the hardware. It was released in 1987. It runs at 10 MHz Motorola 6800, so it's the same as what's in the Sega almost. It has the same sound processor that's in the Sega, so if you like the sound of Sega games, it has the YM from Yamaha 2151, which is just spectacular sounding. My favorite sound processor out there, and I love listening to chiptunes from the thing. It has a built-in hard drive, it has its own operating system. It's just a phenomenal machine. And it's one that I'm probably going to be hunting for, not this year, but for the next 10 years before I get one, because once you import them, and seeing as it's pure metal and heavy, you're going to spend about 10,000, 15,000, 20,000 rand, so it's $1,000, $2,000, $3,000. Basically, multitudes of my paycheck will have to go into getting one of those. But it's a phenomenal looking computer. Beautiful, beautiful thing. And that's my top 5 things I want to get, what I want to collect in 2015. Software wise, there's a few honorable mentions. They're all software wise that I really want to get. More Doom games. I don't own a box set for Doom, any of the Dooms. I really want to get the PC boxes for them, at least Doom 1 and 2. Then I want to really try and get my Duke Nukem 3D. I had the Kiloton collection boxed and complete. I really want to get one of those again, Dune 2, but mostly big box PC games next year is what I'm going to be focusing on. That's what I want to add to my collection. So, I'm really interested in knowing what you're looking for and what you hope to find in 2015. And if you do make a video, just mention my channel name and just post your videos link in my channel at the comments, that I know what to watch. And I'm really looking forward to your responses. Thank you. It's all from me, HP Zeta. Until next time, goodbye.